Welcome everybody to Forza Horizon 5, and we're doing another seasonal championship. This one is called Sky's the Limit, and since the series that we're in at the moment, Series 4, is taking on a World Cup theme, we get to choose a few select cars from a few select countries, and so we'll take a look at the cars in the countries when we get to the seasonal championship. But yeah, we're getting there in the Neo EP9, which is one of the new cars in the series, and new car to the Forza series in general. So fantastic car. Really do highly recommend getting it. You only have to get 25 points to get it in the current festival playlist. So let's see the cars we get to choose from. I think they're all in C class, so they're not going to be the fastest of things, but it should be fun. So yeah. From the USA, we get the Buick Regal GNX. From the UK, the Jaguar E-Type. From Italy, the Lamborghini LM002. From France, we get the Renault Clio Williams. And from Japan, we get the Toyota 86. So yeah, the Toyota is the newest of the bunch there, by quite a long way in fact. I am a massive fan of the Regal though, because it's got, a huge amount of horsepower and torque. And yeah, it's not a V8, which was unusual at the time for America. So yeah, we're going to go for this first, then we'll decide between the other ones later on. But yeah, it's definitely the second highest in terms of the PI. Not got the best handling or braking by any means, because it is still a large American car, but the speed, acceleration is better than it makes you think, by the way. So yeah, should hopefully be pretty good. Yeah, big V6 turbocharged engine. Faster than many cars back in the day. Very few cars, even top of the line cars, that were faster than this. So let's see if it can do well here. Everyone else will be in a car that we could have chosen from as well. So you do get some unusual races with these, because you've got a classic like an E-Type versus a hot hatchback, a modern sports car. Massive off-roading in the form of the Lamborghini. Oh, you could also choose the Mercedes 190E. I don't actually think I have that car, so that's why I would choose it then. But I'll buy it and decide whether or not we'll choose that at some point. But yeah, they're representing Germany. So yeah, Germany, France, Italy, US, Japan, UK. That's all of them. This is definitely a giant of a car, even compared to the LM002. It's a pretty sizable vehicle, but compared to a Renault or a Toyota, it's ginormous. And yeah, despite the lacking handling and braking, more than makes up for it with its pure power. Second most powerful one here. But also the second heaviest, so make that what of you will. Yeah, this has a huge amount of low end torque. Despite being a V6, it's, see by the revs, a lazy V6. No high revving V6 here. Got more power than the Clio. We probably weigh about twice as much as that thing, and yeah, it's a lot more nimble than we are. Big powerful rear wheel drive car like this is not obviously going to be enjoying the rain. especially as one as old as this. Here comes the power. Going on this straight line. Gobbling up the Renault. One of those oddities that it's got a massively sophisticated engine for the time, and yet everything else on it is completely unsophisticated. The weight, the driveline, everything like that, but still, it's proven well on this first race. So yeah, I'm not going to stick with any one country, with any one car, because that would just be boring, but yeah, US getting a good win in there, and Italy all the way at the back. Although the Mercedes-Benz didn't do as well as I thought it would do, considering, you know, that's a pretty good handling car and it's higher PI than most here. It's steady even with the Toyota, but yeah. USA in first, France in second, and Italy in third, with the UK and way back Germany and Italy. So yeah, let's get on to the second race and see what happens there. Right, so the Buick did us pretty well there, so I think we're going to go for something a little bit more agile though. I think we'll go for the Renault Clio Williams. Least powerful car here, but not by a massive amount. It's only about 50 or so horsepower down the Toyota, but yeah, still the least, but it also weighs the least at only 2,233 pounds. About 500 pounds less than the Toyota as well, so, you know, 50 horsepower less for 500 pounds less as well. But yeah, still really rather solid agile car here. 4.8 handling, braking isn't the best being an older car, but it weighs so little that it's not really going to make much of a difference. The only car handling better here, I think, yeah, is the Toyota and the Mercedes. So yeah, but I still feel like with this having front wheel drive, not weighing very much, that hopefully the handling will be that little bit more responsive, even if it's not technically better. There's only really one way to find out. Yeah, I do really like the variety of vehicles that we get to choose from here. So there's one manufacturer race or a certain type of car. No vehicles really here are any one type of car. I guess a Jaguar and the Toyota are the closest, just in terms of the fact that they are both sports cars, but you know, there's about 50 odd years between them, so representation here, with this being the lower on end of the PI class. Already worked our way up into second place. This is definitely a case of the car's horsepower only being part of the story. It's way quicker than you'd expect a sub 150 horsepower, you know, near 30-year-old car to be. really good amount of grip as well. Really not much that way in the way of understeer as well, which is nice to see. Also like the typically 90s interior as well. Just yank the handbrake and let it slide around and it just holds on in there. Well, that's not been the most competitive of races, but I have enjoyed driving this Renault again. It has been a while. I only think the reason why it wasn't as competitive as the last race is because I was in a more lower PI class car. So I think it only limited us to this and the Jaguar E-Type. Yeah, and the E-Type's not going to stand a chance against this because of how much older it is and how archaic it is in terms of the stuff underneath. Yeah, it's more powerful than we are, but it's also a lot worse in terms of handling. So yeah, we're holding in on there with 40 points. So yeah, let's get on to the third and final race. Right, we've got our only circuit race for this championship, so I figured we'd go for the kind of car that you'd expect to see it of a circuit, especially nowadays, and that's a Toyota 86, the GT86, and yeah, really do like this car. Really simple, 2 litre inline 4 engine at the front, rear wheel drive at the back, and yeah, not much in the way of weight in the middle, and yeah, 197 horsepower is fairly decent. Yeah, it's not as powerful as say the Mercedes, and that is definitely a car that you might well see at a track day, but nowhere near as common as something like this, and especially since the Mercedes is quite a rare car nowadays, and yeah, quite expensive as well. It's 150,000 credits just on this game. So yeah, and the handling and is pretty good. Acceleration and speed is decent. The launch isn't the best, and the braking could be a little bit better, but yeah, it can also do a lot worse than this car. So let's hope it does well on this circuit race. At the end of the day, handling is key more than anything else, and this has plenty of it. Especially with its more modern tyres, modern suspension. This is probably the least interesting car that we could choose from, though, in all honesty. Because you know, you got your Buick with your rather unique engine for the time. You got your E-Type, which is one of the most beautiful looking cars in the world. You got the LM002, which is, you know, the first ever Italian off-roader SUV kind of thing. Something that Lamborghini themselves wouldn't do for a while later on. Yeah, you got the Renault Clio, which just a joyous little hot hatchback, which rinsed a lot of other hot hatches from the time. And then this, which, yeah, it's a fun sports car, but nothing really massively special about it. Then again, maybe that's just what makes it just a good car in general. The fact that it's not trying to be special. Trying to be good in all areas. idea how the LM002 has ended up front. He's in last place in the first race, so come on, pow, pow, pow. Should be able to take over the Renault at least. Finally got past that building on wheels. And to victory again. That was definitely more challenging than the last one, and a little bit probably more fun than the first one. So yeah, that was a good one. That championship. I like the variety of vehicles that we got to choose from, which again will be the case in the next championship that we do, because like I said, the World Cup theme is running through the series in general. But yeah, 60 points there, 16 points ahead of the Lamborghini representing Italy, and 22 points ahead of the Renault representing France, and the UK is in 4th, and yeah, the Buick there is in, well, 5th in terms of countries, but 6th overall. So yeah, but nonetheless, thanks for watching. Highly recommend doing these championships because they do give you a decent amount of points towards the vehicles that are rewards. But nonetheless, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.